The NFL legend Tom Brady taking on another job this year as if he doesn't have enough. Founding chief wellness officer at GLP-1 focused digital health startup eMed is joining us right now. Linda Yaccarino is here. She is the CEO of eMed, but is well known to the media world as the former CEO of X. And before that, by the way, a friend of Squawk, I should say, because she was the advertising executive at our former parent company.
That's where you
now
were?
I got to say,
you went to Twitter?
I got to say former parent company, which I have not said before, NBC
First time.
Universal.
Former company.
Former company.
Yeah.
So how are you? Great to see you.
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me. I'm having a tremendous wave of nostalgia and deja vu right now, being in the studio
Okay,
with
so
all
we have
three
like
of
a
you.
million questions for you. Why don't we start on eMed and then and Tom Brady and everything else, and then I
Okay,
want to get into the
great.
media landscape, everything you're seeing, X, Elon, the whole thing. So
How long am I going to be on?
It's early in the show.
How did you decide to do this? And what, just give us the background, the backstory of this decision first.
Well, I think it's a great way to describe it, especially our tenure and history together. As you know, my whole career could be defined by transforming industries that touch people's daily lives. I spent so much time in media when we all worked together, and then I did the same transformational thing when I went to tech. So after I did that for a couple of years and I had the opportunity to decide what's next, I really considered a lot of different things, and I looked at how can I take those experiences and really impact people's lives in the most profound human way. And healthcare, which is in such need for acute transformation. When I got to know eMed, I said, I have to do this thing. You have the whole sector ripe for transformation. You have the wild healthcare costs escalating, and you have the emergence of the biggest health intervention of maybe humanity's history, and it's the GLP-1 medications. So how could I not decide to go to eMed?
Explain what eMed is, though, because it's obviously not a drug company unto itself.
Correct. It is the most sophisticated health platform that offers a program to people to get their GLP-1 medications. And the signature differentiation is that you come on the program, we take your labs, we decide if you qualify for the program, we check in with you weekly, so you're accountable to that progress and performance, right? And then you experience the great outcomes more than any other program. And the reason that I bring that up is that the GLP-1 medications, there's a lot of crazy, almost reckless stuff going on out there, right? A lot of bad actors, a lot of counterfeit medications. And the only way you can answer the challenge and the need to bring costs of these GLP-1 medications down, right? Really important. It's on every CEO's mind. I got to bring my healthcare costs down, and I have to fight the root cause, which largely is chronic diseases and obesity. And that's what these GLP-1 medications do.
And do you offer the drugs themselves, and do you offer all of the drugs?
We can get you your prescription.
And do you have to have diabetes or have some kind of underlying cause, or for those folks who would like to be thin?
We are not a quick fix. This is not a hack. That is why someone who has dedicated their life to long-term discipline and performance, that we're announcing Tom Brady as our chief wellness officer, right?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, because Tom is all about hard work. And there is a view that these drugs, as great as they are the hack.
Okay, so that's what's so different about eMed, and that's why Tom chose eMed to be the chief wellness officer, because you can't just get our prescription. We don't just, our care doesn't stop at the prescription pad. We don't just peddle pills. You have to stay on the program. You have to check in with us weekly, and then we wrap this community of care around you. So the only way we can break the cost curve in escalating healthcare costs is to deliver adherence. And what does that mean? That means you stay on the program long enough to experience the health benefit. And when you experience the health benefit, that's when the healthcare costs come down. It's why, like, firms like Goldman Sachs, says that these GLP-1 medications are going to add $120 billion to the economy this year.
Are you direct to consumer or you work through companies?
We have a direct to consumer business. We have a really growing direct to consumer business in the UK. Tom Brady's joining us as the Chief Wellness Officer. I'm so lucky to have him by my side that will be blanketing the employer community the most, because over 50% of people in our country get their benefits from their employer. And that's really how real visionary leaders now, especially with our strategic partner like Aon, are going to scale these medications, because people really underestimate, or many people might still not know, the transformational impact that these GLP-1 medications have.
If you need to lose a couple of pounds, should you go on these things? Yeah, that I don't.
It's not a quick fix.
No, I don't mean it. I mean, if you're 10% overweight, are you a GLP-1 candidate?
It depends on your overall health, biological performance, and we help you with that. We take your labs and we tell you if you qualify.
Because now, the horror stories are that once you're on them, it's like you check in, you can't check out.
Well, the benefit.
Ozempic face is not great either.
Okay, but the benefit is the discipline of this long-term impact, right? That's why the conversations not only have expanded from diabetes to weight loss, but kidney, liver, heart, less strokes, less heart attacks. Right. And now what's emerging...
That's all from being fat. You got to be 40% overweight to use it.
But now think about what's emerging. Mental health, menopause, and honestly, they're really talking about these GLP-1 medications being a great tool to help people fight the demons of addiction.
Okay, I want to pivot if I can.
How do you pivot off that?
I want to get a little bit on media and advertising. I haven't seen you in a long time. The last time I think I saw you in person, you were sitting across from me.
I knew it.
Elon Musk was over here, and he tells an audience of people, and then millions after, who watched it, that the advertisers should go, what themselves. And I'm curious, as somebody who was working for him at the time, what was going through your mind in that moment?
In that moment, I thought that, while unexpected and while I would have used different words, what I thought about immediately in that moment is that, the transformation moments are really, really not tidy, and they're messy to force change. And that's what I thought about in that moment. And you have to remember, I came to work at X right after acquisition, and we navigated the following 2 years and change of the most scrutinized, most transformational, aggressive moments to build this global digital town square. And I'm really proud of what we accomplished during my time at X.